I think it's the building of the program. We've had, I think, 4 or 5 practices now that every single player on our team has participated in as far as team reps. The ones, the twos, the threes, the ones that have had the least amount of reps. We keep them sharp with 1 or 2 drives. But watching our young kids and how far they've come, from an offensive perspective, they've been down on scout team all year, so I haven't seen them a ton. And to watch them execute our offense, and Coach Espo's getting to watch the scout team defensive guys run our stuff, and makes a huge difference in spring ball. Our spring ball is going to be better because of what we're doing right now. So it's invaluable, and we've taken advantage of it. Guys have done a good job. Yeah, the extra practice is number one. Where you go, I mean, we're excited to go down south, to be in Dallas again is going to be exciting, and to play a good opponent, a team that's, I know as a guy that spends a lot of time with the offense, they have a defense that's top 20 in the country. So that's going to be a great challenge. And we will, when we get back from this break, they're going to go home now. We had our senior banquet last night. We honored all the seniors, and it was a special night. It was great. But now they get to go home, have about 5-6 days off, and then we're going to come back and really focus on Western Kentucky. Oh, it's huge. Going forward. Oh, no question. It's you always use parallels, and in 2015 we had the same record, and we went down to the Bahamas Bowl. We got our first win in the history of our program in the bowl game. And obviously that momentum helped us in 2016. So we're aware of that what it can mean, and the momentum it can build into the offseason. So we've talked about it. We're aware of it. That's why we're going to take this game seriously, as we always do. But, we have a little extra incentive. Last year we didn't take care of the business in the bowl game, and we got to be better this year. It hasn't been easy. 7-5 isn't the expectation, here. And we have to be better. The players, the coaches, as a program, we have to be better. We're excited about a bowl game. Not taking anything away from this opportunity that we have right now, but we expect more than we did. And so we have a chance to end this season on the right note so we can build towards next season. And it was a hard one to get over, but we're going to learn from it. We're going to take the chip on our shoulder and carry it with us and get better from it. It's hard to explain. I mean, it's just from a universal perspective of everything that he's done for our team, for the young quarterbacks, for the offense, for the city of Kalamazoo, for the school, what he's been able to do the last week, going to all these events and representing us, and obviously the honor of winning the Werfel Trophy and being a finalist for the Campbell. So, it's good for him to get some of the pats on the back, and that's not that he cares about the pats on the back at all. I think if anything, it makes him uncomfortable at all these events, but, I'm proud of him, and I'm excited to work with him one more time. That was the kind of the theme last night of our banquet was, the seniors. This is a special group, but we get one more opportunity together. So it wasn't kind of like the end of the road banquet. It was more of a celebrate our seniors, and we're excited to play one more time with them. Yeah, I think they're very cognizant of it. We've talked about it a ton. I mean, if they weren't aware of it, they are now. As much as we've talked about the opportunity we have, and we haven't really focused on the team we're playing yet because we've been taking advantage of all these bowl. The growth opportunity for our young players. But we talked about it. We're going to talk about it a ton when they come back from this break, about the opportunity that's given to us. And it would make a huge, just seeing what it did for us in 2015, I think they understand the gravity that a win could make. Yeah, I mean, we're excited. I know defensively we have a lot coming back, which is exciting. And offensively, we're going to have some new pieces. We lose one offensive lineman, but Juriga's a really good one, and losing John's always going to be, a problem. But you've seen guys like Sky Moore and Bustle and Sean Tyler. We have a ton of young talent. We've done a good job recruiting. When you have good upperclassmen, you don't see the recruiting immediately. You see a couple of them. But I love our young guys, and I'm excited for them to get a chance. And it's been great. Our upperclassmen have done a great job of helping them. Sean Tyler's mentor is Balabani, and he's with him all the time, and it's going to help him, in the next 3 years as he kind of takes over the role. And obviously this is recruiting time. Signing days in a couple days. I've been on the road for the last 2 weeks in every state, 18 flights, it's been insane. So I'm excited about the guys that are going to come in, and but the young kids, the ones that have gotten out there, have taken advantage of it, and there's a bunch of other ones that are just waiting for their opportunity. You always embrace it, yeah. I mean, I've been at places where a 7-5 would be celebrated, and that's good and all. But if you have a choice, you want to be a team that has the talent and that has the resources to be in it every single game. And you want that last game to matter every single year, but you need to finish it, and we didn't. And but yeah, I love that. I love the fact that when we sit there, every team in this league says they want to win MAC championship every single year. Not all have the realistic opportunity of doing it, and we do year after year after year, and it's hard to do. We've won 3 in 100. We're team 114, and we've won 3. And we want to change that so it's not 1 every 33 years. And I think we have the resources to do that. And we've been really close, closer this year than we were last year, but we were in it last year. So we just have to keep working at it. This doesn't happen overnight, but it's fun being, we got to be relevant every single year. And once you break through, it gets, you do it again and again and again. So I love the expectations. We know our expectations, and it pushes us in the off season. It pushes us right now going into this bowl game, because we think that winning a bowl game can help us next year accomplish our number one goal. We accomplished some of our other goals in Central and home, and we played really well at home this year, but we're really focused on one, and that's what we want to get done. I do. Grades come out on the 18th, so we'll know on Wednesday. But I'm pretty sure he's going to play, and he'll be on special teams. It'll be interesting to see how much Coach Espo uses him, but I know he'll be on the field. It's great. I mean, he's one of our best players, and he's big. He's physical. We've had to deal with him as a scout team defensive player all year. If you asked our defensive line, they think he's arguably the best player they faced, even including Saturdays. And and he's stayed tied into what they're doing. I give him tons of credit, because I was worried coming into this offseason or coming into this season that he might not give it his all every day. It's hard to sit out a year. And, man, I could have given him Scout Team Player of the Week every week. I sat him down after the first week after he was just a terror and, told him, hey, you're an uppercut. You were a starter. I'm not going to give you Scout Team Player of the Week. We're going to give a chance for these young guys to get Scout Team Player of the Week. And he totally understood that. And it reminded me a lot of my senior year here. For whatever reason, Jason Babin wasn't able to play yet. So he was our Scout Team defensive end, and he was a pain. A pain. Every day we had to block a future first-round draft pick, and then next year he was cleared and played and had an unbelievable career. So that's what Corbin was for us this year, preparing our offense. And man, I'm excited to have him on the field on Saturdays.
As far as D. Eskridge goes, do you know if he'll be back for not sure year?
I think so. We haven't met. We're going to meet in January. He's got time to decide whether he's decides to go to the NFL or not. All indications, I think that's where we're leaning towards right now. But I didn't want to rush during a surgery and the rehab process. It's not a time to really reflect on what's best. And I want to get information from people I know in the NFL and say what's best for the kid and figure out what's best for him. And we obviously would love him back, but we'll have that conversation early in January and figure out. But right now, I'm hoping he comes back. I'm thinking he's leaning towards it. I've watched a day of film now. Today will be day 2, and the next couple of days, by the end of the week, we'll have the game plan ready to go. I think they're unbelievably coached. Coach Clayton White is their defensive coordinator. He was here. He coached here with me. And when Coach Schaefer was our D coordinator, he coached our secondary here at Western. And, him and his family, great people, but he's done a great job. They get up 20 points a game. And in this day and age of college football, with the rules the way they are, it's hard to hold teams to 20 points a game. I think that's what our 2016 defense was, 20 points a game. So it's a tough defense, stingy defense. They run the ball well. They run power. Their quarterback can run the ball. They're efficient on offense, and they have a great defense. So offensively, it's going to be a huge challenge. How we're going to tackle them, we need more film, but they're sound and they fly around, make plays. They're really big up front. Their D-line is some big, stout guys, and they played a great schedule. Obviously, they beat up on Arkansas pretty good, and so we're going to have a great challenge, and I'm looking forward to diving in more. But they're the preliminary watching the film. They're well coached, and they have great athletes, and so we're gonna have to be good to win a game. Oh, it's huge. I think they're the second winningest class in the history of our school, which over a block of time is really impressive if you think of all the teams we've had and all the classes we've had come through here, and we definitely want to send them off. You never forget your last time on the field, and I my last game was a MAC championship game we lost with 9 seconds left, and I remember it, so we want to make sure that they remember the last time they wear this uniform and send them off the right way. Yeah, I might give him a drive. I don't want to wait late. I've thought about it. I have to figure out the game plan first to see if it really fits some of the things he does really well. I would love to get him out there for a drive or two. A lot of it will depend how John starts the game. John's our guy, but it'd be a great opportunity to get Caleb a couple throws, couple reps, just to build his confidence going into spring.
I don't think you do all the community stuff for the award, but what has it meant to you to be in the community and do the things you've done here in Kalamazoo?
It's meant a lot. I'm just very thankful and honored for the award. It was a great weekend to meet Danny Werfel and a lot of people like that. And it's just a really cool honor that I could go represent my team down there and get the award, because it's really a team thing and a community thing, because I couldn't do it by myself.
Coach mentioned the seniors always remember the last time they put on the uniform, for your class, being the second winningest class in program history. You've already accomplished so much. What's it going to be like the last time taking this field and going out there with your guys one last time?
Yeah, I don't know, honestly, what it's going to feel like. We really, as a class, we really haven't thought about it a whole lot. We're just kind of in the thick of, preparing for it and just getting ready for the game. But we're excited to get out there and have some fun. And just last time out there, have fun and go give it our all.
Is it sad playing the last game, or is it happy that you get another game?
Yeah, more excited and happy that we get another game. And we've really just tried to be thankful for our time here. Even though it didn't quite end the way we wanted it to in conference play, we're just very thankful for our time here and excited to go out there again.
How do you think you'll remember your time here?
I think it'll be the relationships, all our seniors, relationships with all the coaches and teammates and members of the community and the school. I think it'll be the relationships. The games, we'll remember some of the games and some of the disappointments and the ups and downs, but it'll really be all the relationships that we built.
You were a young guy once, and these extra practices with the bowl game, how much do these really help those young guys coming up?
They definitely help the young guys, these extra practices. I remember when we played in the Cotton Bowl, what was that, 3 years ago? That's really when I started to play a lot better. That was my second year here, and I remember that bowl prep. We had quite a bit of bowl prep there. And I remember starting to get really confident in myself and with the offense and that sort of thing. And so, these extra practices are definitely beneficial, especially for guys that during the season were maybe on scout team and kind of have to get used to the offense again. So they're very beneficial.
Having been through games like that, like you said, how do you balance the celebration of making a bowl game and all the extra activities you guys have to do with, trying to focus on winning a football game?
Yeah, I think there's a good balance there. Like going down there, we're going to have a lot of fun activities that we're doing, but when it's time to practice, in the morning or whenever it is when we're down there, just making sure you're focused on what you're doing at that moment. So if you're in practice, just focus on practice and getting better. And, when you can go have some fun and focus on doing that.
Playing quarterback here takes a lot of time and effort. Have GPA you have takes a lot of time and effort. Plus you do all the community stuff. I mean, how are you able to balance and do all that so well?
I think it comes down to, the people supporting me, family, friends, teammates. Like I said, it's really a team award, honestly, because, teams, I don't go by myself to community service stuff. You know what I mean? We need a team of people, and, I can't always make it to every event too. So, we have guys filling in for different people. And so it really takes a good support group to do that sort of thing.
In addition to all those trips around the country for the award ceremonies, you're also planning a wedding. So congrats on that.
Thank you.
But can you talk a little bit about what these past couple months have been like?
It's been a little crazy, especially this past week was a little crazy. Thankfully for me, being in the master's program, I was done with school the week before finals, because this past week I was traveling to New York and Atlanta, which was technically finals week, but I was done already, which was really nice because I would have been a little crazy. But yeah, like you said, too, getting ready for a wedding. And thankfully my fiance, she's awesome, and she's been doing pretty much all the planning. So I kind of just leave it up to her.
Did you have a favorite moment in New York or Atlanta?
I don't know if I can pick a favorite. I mean, it was awesome meeting like a bunch of football legends, I got to meet like Archie Manning and Archie Griffin and just a bunch of people like that. But I will say the one thing that was really cool was we had a live singer at the event in New York City, and he sang "God Bless America" at the end of the event. And he was, I can't remember his name. I think it was Danny something, but he was tremendous singer. And that was just a cool moment. Everybody was singing in there. It was kind of something you maybe wouldn't think was one of the coolest parts, but it was really cool.
What's your favorite part of bowl prep?
just knowing that it's the last game of the year. It's the last time we're going to be out there together. So really enjoying the practices we have, because we got maybe 10 practices left as the senior squad, as the whole team together. So it's awesome just enjoying the moment we have.
Just said it at all that this is the last time you'll probably step on the field.
Yeah, thanks for bringing it up, but we were talking last night at the banquet. It's just reminiscing on the memories we built from the 2015 season to now. It's pretty wild. Everybody says it goes by fast, but you don't really believe it until it goes by fast for you, So it's crazy.
When you talk about leaving the program and leaving a mark, what do you hope people remember about this class?
We want to set a standard for Western Michigan to be able. We go to bowl games every year. We win bowl games, and to set a standard for the new guys coming in that this is not a surprise that we went to a bowl game. It's not a surprise that we won. We expect to go. We expect to win, and that's what we want the legacy to be moving forward.
I know you guys aren't on the field against them, but when you see a defense as elite as Western Kentucky's unit is, does that kind of make this team's defense try to rise up to that level for one game and say, okay, we can play to that same standard as well?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the competition is always there. You try to compete with them. It doesn't matter if we're not playing against them, literally on the field at the same time. But again, it's Western Michigan versus Western Kentucky. So both of our squads, offensive, defense, special teams, are trying to beat their offense, defense, special teams.
You mentioned making it a standard to go to bowl games. Obviously, there's only been one bowl win. How important would it be for you guys to be that second group to do it?
Yeah, exactly. For the senior class, we want to be able to end our career on a good note and then to start, something new for this program, to get the second bowl game win in school history, which we've been around for over 100 years. So something like that, it would be awesome to have the young guys come in and know that it's been done, we can do it, and to continue to do it.
I know you're on the other side of the ball, but what kind of teammate and leader is John Wassink?
You can't say enough good things about the guy. I mean, even outside of football, obviously you guys see the stats, you guys see him play ball. I mean, but as a human being, as a man, you can't be a better guy than him. I mean, just everything head to toe. Sometimes I get jealous. I'm like, man, I'm trying to be like that. But yeah, he's a great guy. Great guy.
You guys held Northern Illinois, to 17 points, and they had a few touchdowns, so it could have been less. But can you just talk about the growth of the defense and where you think it's at now? From the start of the season to where it's at now.
I just think the guys are buying into Espo, buying into the culture he set. When we play with energy, we play for each other. We play to make the guy next to us happy. And we play for something bigger than ourselves. That's what Espo tries to hone down on us, and it starts from the top down. I play for Ralph Holly, for Ali, for Will McCabe. Those guys play for me, and when you play with a selfless attitude, good things happen.
And obviously, when you move on from the program and graduate or whatever, you're off doing your own thing. But how do you see yourself coming to check back and on the program and just seeing how they're doing?
Oh yeah, I mean, Trank, and Alex, we're talking about the tailgating for the Notre Dame game already. I mean, we're ready to come back and still be around the program as much as we can.
Marshawn Nealon's a guy who drew some praise at the end of the year for his work on the scout team. What can you say about what a young guy like that can bring to the team in the future?
It's awesome. Being a scout team player, it's difficult. You don't get the recognition at times during the year, but being able to win Scout Team Player of the Year for the whole season is something great. And he has the talent, he has the potential, the size, the strength. He has it all to be an elite player, and I'm excited to see him play.
How important are these extra bowl practices for the young guys and even those seniors that are leaving? How important is it to get these extra practices?
It's for the young guys. It's awesome because playing on the scout team, you're running the other team's stuff. So being able to come here and run our plays from our playbook, knowing our defense, our offense is awesome moving forward and helping them propel themselves in the future.